How's it going, guys? Andrew here with Vice Forge. Hope you guys are doing well. I have a 12 card GPU rig that my wife surprised me with. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I only have a 3050, a 1660 Ti, a 3060 Ti, and a 1000, I think 30 GeForce GPU, and I very recently got another NVIDIA card, but it's like from like 2009 or 10, so it's like in my mind, like an antique or collector at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna try to. I've never built one of these before. Like literally never in my life built one of these before. I put these on upside down and didn't really realize that I had done that. If you guys are seeing this, give me a like. And it's super boring, so I wouldn't subscribe just yet. But I'm slowly getting there. I'm trying to do more and more as I can fit it in the budget. The budget is very stretched right now. This. Yeah, so I'm a very new content creator. Like, I don't know if I'm like allowed to play music and what you do to get in trouble or community rules or anything. So I just try to not play music or anything like that. I kind of just talk what I think is something, and whatever comes to me. But yeah, my wife doesn't usually support my crypto endeavors or anything computer related. She's pretty proud sick of it by this point. But she got me a 1200 watt power supply in this mining frame, which I've looked at mining frames for years and I've never pulled the trigger on one because it's just like, I didn't have the money to follow up on anything. And in my mind, I've never used Linux. I've never used Hive OS, so I might literally use like a really cheap circuit board and just run some very cheaper, lower end cards just to learn how to use them. The ones I mentioned before, 1030 GeForce, 3050, 3060. Oh, I also have a 5090 AMD card that I don't think I've ever ran. It's starting to look like something. yeah, if you guys are even staying here this long and hanging out and watching me do this stuff, I seriously appreciate it. And my family does too. Never in my life thought I'd be filming myself. I always made fun of people who did YouTube, not people who like do serious stuff like documentaries or learning stuff. You know, just more the evolution of it now, I guess, would be called brain rot or whatever. Like that's my kids watch that stuff and it's insane. But I mean, there's probably stuff when I was growing up that would be like insane now too. So it is what it is. Yeah, so far I've been trying to just dedicate a couple nights a week uploading a couple videos, and more or less like what I've been trying to do is anytime I interact with my stuff, like if I got a mining rig go down, or I'm doing something like this, like if I don't film it, I feel like I'm cheating myself and other people, you know, because how often do you do something like this, you know? For me, this is my first time, so, and for like people in my family, they have no idea about this stuff. This stuff freaks them out. They don't even, you know, they think crypto is, all I've ever heard is the bad stuff about it. And, they're very TradFi. And they're not very, like, computer based either, so. And they're just like, even your internet things, you know. I don't really know how long the video this will be. I think I need to stop it for 15 minutes. And then I don't want it to be too repetitive, so I'll probably do some more of this. Then when I get almost done, I'll shoot another one. Yeah, if you're still here, thanks for watching. I'm probably going to have a part 2 to this video. Obviously, you know, because I got a little bit more to do here. And then kind of, this will probably be like a whole series because it's going to be a whole lot of learning. Like I said, I've never used Linux, I've never used HiveOS. I'm probably going to lean towards HiveOS. So I really need to be able to get into GPUs and CPUs or whatever without having to use monitors and stuff. It's almost like I have to be able to understand how to do that soon. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope you all are doing well. I know crypto's a little down and smashed right now. It's rough, but you know, if you've been here long enough, you know what's going on. And there's some things that are changing, but I think a lot of things are kind of new. Or kind of like similar, or you know, it's obviously not like the same 4-year cycles or whatever, but similar. Spec mining is kind of like trash, you know. Yeah, thank you guys, and appreciate you hanging out and sticking around, and come back for the next one.